Alrighty, welcome YouTube. I'm going to be making I guess I call it like a mid-update patch for my Never Split the Party Hardmode tier list. Um, with the second DLC right around the corner and 5 of the 6 new classes we know at least a little bit about, and a lot of general changes to the game, I can pretty easily rank generally, at least my predictions to what's going to happen. There's going to be a big shift, I think. Um, the biggest part about the shift that's happening is usually the enemies in the room, like the mini rooms, didn't have any impact, but now they hit much harder, and many of them have been like directly buffed. So now it's less about can you kill bosses and how well can you clear rooms as an individual. So, starting with Fighter, originally was by far S plus tier. I think still is S tier. Just a bunch of stats, 4 HP. You can still go 4 HP and a bunch of stat bonuses. Duelist Gauntlet's never gonna be bad. You always have bosses to kill, but definitely has fallen down a decent chunk because of that shift. Was the #1 boss killer, is now pretty good all around. Going to Cleric next. It's I think I'm gonna be putting Cleric as like the gatekeeper in the S tier, because yes, the Cleric is better at dealing with the smaller rooms and shows more bosses, but the healing is nice. It's like a safe pick. It's not gonna be bad, but I just don't think it's in the same tier as Fighter. Go to Mage next. Originally I had this I think in C because I was like, oh, it's hard, but it's usable. And I think now I'm gonna be dropping it down to D tier after some changes and considerations. The 1 HP is really rough, and with all the buffs early game, you're gonna be spamming your ability so much more where you won't have it up as much as you need it to be up in time to clear these rooms out. We got Ranger next. Oh yeah, we're putting Ranger up in S tier now. Being able to kill enemies while behind the walls from a safe distance is probably the best thing that ever happened to this class. Went from barely being in C tier to is a room clear focus now instead of boss killer focus now. Jumped straight up the tier list. Biggest glow up known to Never Split the Party kind. We got Mercenary next. I still think Mercenaries B. Maybe I just don't know how to use this class. This is my tier list, my opinion. I just don't think any class that needs money for damage is going to be high up, because you're either giving up damage to your items or you're giving up items to get damage. So no matter what, you're losing something, which every other class doesn't have to worry about. Got our Rogue up next. Yeah, I think A tier is good. Pretty consistent. Free money is always nice. You can always choose like the start with 5 keys, 5 bombs, 5 gold. If you want, it's pretty good, generic, safe-ish, all-rounder. Got Beastmaster next. Think I'm gonna put it up right above Mercenary. Because the problem with Beastmaster is it's a little bit RNG dependent, because you need to get companions, and if you get no luck on companions, it sucks. But even if you do have the luck to get companions, you still have to make it further and further into the game, and you're like kind of reliant on them for the most part. There's a few good items besides that, but I think it's too reliant on scaling later, whereas some of these other classes just have everything they need built into their base kit. Engineer, we're gonna be put in is I'm a. Because engineer's weird, because it's close range, which means you have a higher chance of taking hits, but also its utility is through the roof. You can either buff yourself, you can have a free damage dealer in half the room if you want. The fear turret's pretty good. It's a good way of like biting out chargers so you can get to cover fast enough, or you can just supply chest. So like utility wise, it's good, but it's taking more damage. I think it's definitely better than cleric. It's not better than ranger. I think I'm putting an S tier. Lancer, sorry buddy, you're still bad. Even though it's room dependent now, you still have to worry about the Water Witch. One of the new bosses coming out also has little summons in the room constantly that Lancer is going to suffer with tremendously. It's not even the best single damage DPS just fighter exists. I think I'm putting it a C tier just because it has 2 shields to start with. So at least it can let a few hits, unlike Wizard or Mage. But yeah, it's still pretty bad. Paladin, sorry buddy, you're down here too. There is, actually no, you're going down to the very bottom. There is 0 point ever in playing Paladin in solo hard mode unless you're specifically going for the achievement. And in that case, I would just go in easy mode and do a sub 20 clear, and then get friends on for Paladin specifically, because my god, it has the damage as a cleric, it has the HP less than the cleric, and it gives 0 buffs to anyone else because you're by yourself. This is like the worst class for playing solo. Like, you could debate, oh, wizard gets one tapped. It's vice versa. I think mage is slightly better, but on to the new classes. So they're reading 6 new classes in the DLC. We're getting Grenadier, we're getting Shopkeeper, we're getting Bard, we're getting Monk, and we're getting Alchemist. And we got one more that hasn't been revealed yet. It's going to be a hidden unlockable class. Starting with Grenadier, I'm putting it straight in S tier. Being able, as I said earlier, multiple times, we're in a smaller room focused survivability. So Ranger's up here because it can kill safely. Grenadier's up here because it's AoE right at the start of the game. It can shoot bombs. You don't have to worry about all these chargers coming at you. You will probably just 2-tap a horde of them. You don't have to worry about it. It's great. Shopkeeper, right next to Mercenary. We got a second money reliant class. He has a following pot, that gives him money, and he attacks with money. So he isn't like, oh, it's not like Mercenary needs money for damage. He legit takes a coin from his inventory and throws it, and he loses the money every hit. He might be able to pick him up, which might make him better, but still, you're not being able to spend that money on items, or you spend that money on items and you lose possibly all your damage. So, next up we got Bard. Unlike Paladin, this is a solo buffer, or it's a group buffer. However, the one thing it does have on Paladin, which I'm putting in C tier for, is the ability to shoot in more than just 4 directions. You can shoot like up left, up right, down left, down right. So you have 8 possible options for shooting. It's going to be a bit more skill expressive, new to everyone, but at least this way it's offering something unique. I still think it's going to be pretty bad for solo, but next up we got Alchemist. Alchemist has kind of like Grenadier. It's going to have small AoE. Definitely not as big, but also we'll have something called Potion Focus, which I'm assuming lets you just get better, like, not get better potions, like, know what the potions do, or they have, like, maybe like, oh, if I throw a health down in an enemy, then they're gonna lose health. like extra health because they got hit by a health down, or oh, they got hit by a speed down. Now they're slower. Now I can evade them better. So I think this is actually gonna be a really fun class to play around with. There's definitely a lot of replayability. I'm gonna put it at the top or the bottom of A tier for now, but I think once I'm gonna make another video once I have the newest class. Like, I'm getting the state one. Once I play with all these, I'm gonna make another video. But I think this Alchemist is the one to keep an eye out the most. I think he definitely has the potential to jump up a tier. Last is Monk. Monk has like possibly. I think I'm playing Monk 2 because Monk is like Engineer, very close range. However, has built-in attack speed. Has I think it's like a flurry of blows where it just the Monk punches like 7 or 8 times, which gives the fighter competition for like the boss slayer, where it also keeps up in that that DPS compartment where it's still good in normal rooms. The fighter has range on it, but I think the Monk actually has higher DPS. So I think fighters don't have competition from now on. I think Monk is going to be very even with it. And that's my list. Reminder, this is my opinion. I haven't tested any of these new classes yet. No one has that I know of. And I look forward to playing this new update in, as of recording, 8 days. So, see y'all.